The untold story behind Until Dawn. Writers missing from movie credits. When it comes to the film and television industry, one thing is for sure: getting credit for your hard work can be a real maze. While actors often bask in the spotlight of their performances, the talented folks working behind the scenes can sometimes feel like ghosts, vanishing into the shadows of the credits. And if you think it's tough for actors, just wait until you hear about the struggles writers face in claiming their rightful recognition. The process of determining who gets credit for a script can be so convoluted, especially with the Writers Guild of America, WGA, rules in play, that it often leads to heated debates over who truly deserves the accolades. This ongoing game of credit musical chairs has only intensified as Hollywood dives deeper into the world of intellectual properties, IPs. Take the Marvel Cinematic Universe, for example. Despite its massive success, it has faced criticism for not properly crediting the original comic book creators whose work inspired the films. The same issue arises when video games are adapted into movies. But here's the kicker: it's not always a straightforward situation. While it's crucial for original creators to receive their due, many adaptations stray so far from the source material that the new team behind the project might deserve the spotlight instead. This brings us to the latest film adaptation of Until Dawn, a horror video game that took the gaming world by storm back in 2015. Filmmaker Ted Gogin recently pointed out on Blue Sky that the original writers of the game, Larry Fessenden and Graham Reznick, are not credited in the film version. This has sparked a conversation about the fairness of such omissions, especially considering that Fessenden and Reznick crafted the longest script for a graphic adventure game ever, even earning a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records for their achievement. With their impressive background in indie horror films, it's no wonder their lack of recognition feels like a significant oversight. However, as screenwriters see, Robert Cargill noted in response to Gogin, this isn't an unusual situation. The rules governing video game adaptations have been in place for over 3 decades, and unfortunately, they often leave writers in the dust. Cargill explained that the WGA's approach to video game credits is quite different from that of traditional literary works. In many cases, if anyone gets credit, it's the studio behind the game, not the individual writers. This means that unless a game creator has established themselves as a standout figure in the industry, like Hideo Kojima, they might not see their name in lights. Even in adaptations like HBO's The Last of Us, where Neil Druckmann is credited as a showrunner, the original game is still attributed to the studio, Naughty Dog. Now, let's talk about the film itself. Even if the Until Dawn movie had closely followed the game's storyline, it would still be subject to those same crediting rules. But here's the twist: the film takes a bold departure from the game, presenting a fresh narrative with new characters. The only elements carried over are the presence of actor Peter Stormare and a nod to the legendary Wendigo creature. While this might warrant a courtesy credit for Fessenden and Reznick, it hardly represents a significant portion of the film's content, which is filled with new settings, characters, and monsters. Interestingly, Reznick himself seems to agree with this perspective. Although he hasn't seen the film yet, he expressed on Blue Sky that he didn't expect any credit because the game was a collaborative effort. He even mentioned that the film's deviations from the game's story seem like a smart move, likely acknowledging the challenge of condensing a branching narrative into a cohesive film script. So, it appears there's no animosity between the game writers and the filmmakers, which is a refreshing take on the situation. In my view, Until Dawn stands out as one of the most captivating horror films and video game adaptations to hit the screen this year. It successfully merges elements from both mediums and hints at exciting possibilities for future adaptations. While it would be a nice gesture to acknowledge Fessenden and Reznick with some on-screen credit, at least their contributions are recognized where it counts, and they have a world record to back it up. Navigating the complex landscape of the film and television industry is no easy feat, but what truly matters is that the artists behind the entertainment we cherish receive the recognition and rewards they deserve. In the case of Until Dawn, both the game and the movie, we can at least appreciate the talent involved.